What's up you guys, and welcome back to the channel. And as you can see, we are playing more Farming Simulator 19. The worker that we hired just simply sacked this job off. I'm not entirely too sure why that was, but we're having to pick it up again here. We're probably going to hire somebody else in just a moment, which I will do actually right now with a press of the B button. There we go, and I will jump out. And there we go. We'll let this person take over, and hopefully they'll do a better job than the other guy, because as you can see, they did start off, they missed some of this here, so we'll have to redo that at some point. And also, unfortunately, they missed quite a lot at the start here as well. As you can see, there's some here that we need to redo. Well, it's not really a lot, but it's going to be a bit of extra work for us, even though we were paying somebody. Right, so hopefully this person will continue and not sack this job off for us. So we're going to let them crack on with this one. Now, last time we did purchase fields 29 and 21, as you can see there on the bottom left corner. We'll bring it up a bit bigger there. So we've got 29 and 21. We've also got the home area, which is just across the way. So this is this area here that we purchased. So we did spend quite a lot of money in our first episode last time. We also picked up this nice little van across here that we've got parked up. And so in order to pay for some of these things and to bring in a bit of income while this person is ploughing our field for us, we're going to go off and do a job, an extra contract, which will be for somebody else. Now, I can do that by bringing up the menu. I'll go across to the contracts. We'll see what's available. So we've got field 22, 41, 12 and 15. Now, I think 12 is quite small, I think. It's probably about this. Well, when I say small, it's about the same size as the field that we're operating on at the moment. So we're going to get about 2,000 for doing that. We can also borrow the items, which will reduce our income by 337, which isn't too bad. So what we'll do is we'll borrow these items with a press of the Y button like this, and that started our job here. So we're going to crack on with this one. I'll show you where we're going. So firstly, we're going to have to go to the shop, which is here. As you can see, we've got a number of items lined up here, which is what we're going to be picking up. And, field 12's right next to it, which is good. That's awesome. Excellent. So we're going to be able to do that pretty easily right now while this person's ploughing our field for us and make a bit of extra cash. I will say, if you're not already subscribed to the channel, I'd really appreciate it if you would go ahead and do that. It would mean the world to me. And also, guys, if you enjoy this video, please do leave me a like. So what have we got here in terms of our vehicles? So we've got a tractor. We've got a harvester. We don't have a trailer to empty the harvester. We might need that, you know. We'll have to see how we get on. If it's not a big field, though, hopefully that won't be too much of a problem. We do have a trailer for the blade, which, well, we probably don't need, in all honesty, because it's so close in terms of the where it is. Where's our map gone to? Why is it disappeared? So we're facing sort of this direction, so our field is right next to us. It's this one here. So we really don't need that trailer at all, because we're just going to get in and start harvesting, really. That's what we're going to be doing, so we'll put the blade on like so. We'll pull off over here. Now, this combine harvester, I've used this one before when I played this game on the PS4. This is one of the first sort of combine harvesters that you can use. It's quite cost effective to pick up. So yeah, it's not a bad idea to crack on with this one when you start off. But as you can see, the cutting blade isn't very wide. So on some of those other jobs, actually, we might have had a better combine harvester available to us to hire that would have got the job done a bit better. I'm making a bit of a hash of lining us up here, but there we go. Let's have a look from inside. There we go. Right, okay. So we'll unfold the harvester with a click like that. And then we will... What else can we do? Turn on the harvester, which lowers us down as well, and then we can literally just crack on here and get this stuff cut. Hopefully we're pretty straight there. So there we go. Not a bad little start. Not a bad little start. We're doing alright. So hopefully by the time we've finished with this part, we'll be able to get back to our field and hopefully pick up where the plough is left over. Probably move the plough across to the other field and utilise that a little bit there and sort of get that one off to a fresh start. We might need to look at fertilising and liming the fields as well. It's probably a good idea, but we want to be thinking crop as well, whether we want to put wheat like we've got here, or corn, or something else. Probably a good idea. Let's lift the header like so. Makes it a bit easier to turn this round. I am a little concerned that we don't have a trailer to empty this one. We might have to purchase that. That's going to set us back a bit money wise, but at least we'll get to keep it afterwards, is where you don't get to keep these other bits and bobs, unfortunately. What we'll do is we will lower the harvester now and make a move forward again like so. Yeah, hopefully we're doing a pretty good job. Let's have a look. Seem to be doing alright. But yeah, guys, I mean, I don't know whether you've checked out any of my other videos, like the lawn mowing sim videos and things of that nature, but when I played that game, I was reminded greatly of this game. I mean, obviously in that game you are just cutting the grass, but in this one, it's a very similar thing of going up and down the fields with whatever sort of activity you're doing, whether it's ploughing or, you know, planting seeds, or, as we're doing in this case, cutting down the crops and harvesting. But yeah, there's a lot more to this game. You can also have like animals and things of that nature if you really want to get into that side of things, which is a lot more. Obviously, we just crashed the combine harvester there, not a great idea. But yeah, I mean, there's a lot more to this than just driving up and down, which is part of it. I mean, we could easily here just like hire a worker and then just kick back and let them do the job. We would have to pay them, of course, and we might have to do that anyway if this combine harvester gets full, which currently it's 30% full there. I don't know whether you can see in the bottom right hand corner, we can see there that it's currently 30% full. It doesn't let us steer as well when we're harvesting, which isn't ideal. Oh, we've hired a worker. I didn't think we had. We must have pressed B by accident there. Wow, what a joke, eh? We didn't even realise we'd hired a worker. I was wondering why it wouldn't let us steer. Right, okay, so we've done that without knowing we have. I don't know whether, you know, that was just sort of a bit of luck there, but what we'll do is we'll jump in this tractor. What I'm going to do is grab a trailer so that we can start unloading this. We can start unloading the actual harvester as we go. We'll go trailers. I think one of these is probably a good idea in terms of one of these two. 27 or 25. Not entirely too sure what the difference is, apart from it says there HKD or TKD. No idea what the difference is. It looks like on the picture as if it's to do with the way that the wheels are aligned. For that one, the wheels are at the back and it's not articulated. Yep, is where the other one here looks like it's articulated in terms of it looks like that front axle can swivel. So it's probably a good idea actually to go with this one. I'll probably just pick this one up right now. We can change the colour if we want. That dark green's quite nice actually. Okay, let's go with that one. Wheel brand. No price difference for Michelin, but it is wider tyres for that one. Okay, let's use that. And then colour. Well, I guess that's just the logo, isn't it? Whether the logo's lit up white or not. Well, we'll buy this. Okay, so we've spent another 25,000. I thought we were supposed to be making money, not spending it, but I guess it's done now anyway, so... Oh man, we've just crashed into the thing as well. We're getting a bit haphazard here, a little bit too much talking going on. Right, let's reverse up. Well, at least we can attach it, so it's going to be of use to us at least. So what we'll do is see if we can align ourselves alongside this, alongside the harvester here. Not too sure what those cars were stopped for. I don't think our worker was really causing them stress, but anyway. Right, let's get ourselves lined up here. So what we want to do is, we want to open the cover of the trailer. Has that done it? That didn't do it. There we go. Right, okay. Zoom out a little bit on the old camera. And let's see if we can pull alongside and get this thing filled up. This tractor's not very fast, is it? 11 mile per hour. Well, I guess it's pulling the trailer as well. And maybe it doesn't have the power to pull the trailer. I guess that's where the horsepower comes in. We'll give this guy a bit of space to turn round. We're not going to get alongside him yet. Let's pull round here. This road looks a little quieter, so hopefully we're not going to block any traffic by going here. Let them turn round. We'll run round to this side. Okay, looks like they're doing a pretty good turn job there, so maybe we're not going to have too much of an issue getting back in here. There we go. Right, okay, we'll see if we can catch up with them. There we go. Hopefully, we're correctly positioned there. I don't know what the advantage is of us doing this apart from to empty the harvester, because we're not going to sell this product. I don't know what's going to happen to it actually after the job's done, because it's our trailer, but the rest of the equipment belongs to, obviously, the leasing company, and we've got to give it back when we're done. So what I should really be doing here is locking in a cruise speed of about 6 miles per hour, because that seems to be the sort of speed that our harvester's going. As you can see, we're now 19% full. Let's see if we can engage the cruise control. Toggle cruise control speed. Well, the cruise control's given us more power than what we had by just driving, but I wonder whether that's because we were going downhill. So we want to be in about... Let's see if we can get this cruise control sorted, because I can't actually remember how to do this. It just goes to show, doesn't it? Right, let's have a look. So if we activate cruise control, and then we use L to change the cruise control speed, we want it at about 6 miles per hour. There we go, we're locked in at 6 miles per hour. So that's about the same speed as our harvester. So we'll turn this thing round. I'll apply my own throttle here to get us alongside. And then we'll switch on cruise control, and that should be us all set. See if it works. From memory, it's a good option. There we go, the arm's coming out. And we'll switch on cruise control now. Ah, that didn't work. I think you've got to have the foot off the throttle for it to work. There we go. There we go, we're in cruise control now. As you can see, riding pretty much perfectly alongside. Like that. Obviously that harvester as well isn't going to be full right now. It's going to be pretty empty, to be fair, because we've done a pretty good job of emptying it. So what we'll do is we'll park here, I think. As you can see, our wheels are pretty muddy to start off with there. And what we'll do is we'll jump back in here. And we can now dismiss the worker. And we'll crack on and do a little bit of harvesting of our own. We don't want to be paying anybody on a job if we don't have to. That's for sure. Right, let's see if we can get this sorted again. We'll lower and turn on. Like that. And we'll crack on through here like this. Yeah, I mean, I don't know what you guys think, but I don't think the graphics are that great on this game. Obviously, it's a little bit old now because there was supposed to be an update coming for this game. Obviously, Farming Simulator 20 or 21. Not too sure what number we're on now. I think the next one that's currently going to be available is Farming Simulator 22 because of the COVID issues. Obviously, it was set back, and then I think there was at least one game that was cancelled during that time, during the lockdown period. And as a result, we are getting now a new game. But it's also not going to be... we've missed a couple of years at least, haven't we? But the graphics on the new game do look very nice as well. This isn't optimized for mid-gen. So it wasn't optimized for PS4 Pro or Xbox Series X. So there's certainly no sort of enhancements to the Series X version that well, not the Series X version. You know what I mean. We're playing via backwards compatibility on the Series X. There's no enhancements whatsoever. This is the bog standard Xbox One version. It is what it is. I believe it's 30 frames per second. And the graphics, although they're okay, it's kind of, you can tell it's last gen. It's nothing special, that's for certain. Highly playable still though, I will say that much, and that's mainly what we're looking for, isn't it? We're looking for fun, we're looking for a simulation, we're looking for, something that feels relatively real and challenging. So, yeah, I mean, in my opinion, it's still a good game. If you've got Game Pass, obviously you can access this game. What I will say though, if you've got the premium edition, like myself, you will run into some issues if you've already got it installed, because since the Game Pass update, since it's become available on Game Pass, my licenses were overwritten by the Game Pass licenses. So unfortunately I lost some of my premium content, and I had to resort to reinstalling the game completely from disk and downloading the updates and downloading the extra content as well. But that's part and parcel of Game Pass, I guess. It does have the advantage of having a lot of good games available, but unfortunately when these things do happen and the license is updated, you can lose content. The same as a lot of people have with Train Sim World 2. And the more recent updates resulted in a couple of people losing access to a couple of the previous routes that they had, the DLC routes, especially if you've got the complete edition. A lot of people lost access. So there's three additional routes available with the complete edition, and they were unfortunately inaccessible by a number of people. I didn't encounter those problems, and I'm not too sure why that is. But yeah, I didn't have a problem, and I'm not too sure why I didn't have any problems. I still had access to the routes, so it's just one of those things. I haven't had any issues with the Boston DLC either, as such. I know that they've updated some of the camera stuff, so the external cameras aren't accessible for a couple of DLCs, and yeah, I mean, in other instances, the external camera kind of puts you above land if you're in a tunnel, things of that nature, but that just is what it is. I mean, that's just part and parcel of the way that it goes. Right guys, I'm going to hire another worker. I'm going to jump out. I'm going to see about emptying this thing, and then we'll see how we get on with the rest of this thing. Right then guys, so we've just been advised that our grain tank here is full again, so we're just going to pull alongside our helper. There we go, perfect now. Took a bit of practice to get in a position there, but it was sorted in the end. Hopefully we'll get this grain tank emptied. Oh, we've drifted. We want to be a bit closer. There we go. Once again, back on the cruise control. Around about 6 miles per hour. We are running slightly ahead of them, like ever so slightly. But yeah. Right then, guys, we'll crack on and get this field finished. And I just want to say thanks so much for coming through and checking out this video today. If you've enjoyed it, please do leave me a like, and if you want to see more videos like this, please do subscribe to the channel. I really hope you've enjoyed this video today, guys, and I'll catch you again soon.